Romania, which is located on the Balkan Peninsula, is a country that is full of contrasts. The former member of the Eastern Bloc was ruled at various points in its history by the Romans, the Hungarians, and the Ottomans. The Romans are responsible for giving the country its name. It is replete with picturesque mountain towns, ski resorts that are known for their excellent terrain, and a flourishing artistic community. Yet, it is possible that the fictitious figure Dracula, who is set in Transylvania, is its most well-known resident. Dracula is a vampire. You'll find that the architecture of medieval times has just as much of an impact on you as the crazy buildings that were constructed during the communist era. Here is a list of the top tourist destinations in Romania, in no particular order. Number 10. Danube Delta. Romania is home to the vast bulk of the Danube Delta, which is the second largest river delta in all of Europe. The Danube Delta, which was once a portion of the Black Sea, is an excellent location from which to view the natural world. It encompasses 23 distinct ecosystems, some of which are among the largest wetlands in the world, and is home to a huge number of plant and animal species that are found nowhere else in Europe. Past guests cannot stop raving about the breathtaking sunsets and insist that everyone should take a relaxing boat trip along the river. Number 9. Cluj-Napoca. Cluj-Napoca, the city that is home to the largest university in the country, is widely regarded as the de facto capital of the ancient area known as Transylvania. One of Romania's most important centers for the arts and culture, this ancient city predates the Roman colonization of the region. The city of Cluj-Napoca, which has a significant Hungarian population, has erected a statue in commemoration of a Hungarian ruler. St. Michael's Gothic Church, which dates back to the 14th century and features Gothic architecture, is home to the nation's highest church tower. A considerable number of works created by Romanian artists may be found in the National Museum of Art, which is located in a building that was formerly a palace. Number 8. Mamaia. Mamaia, which faces the Black Sea, is often considered to be the best beach resort in all of Romania. Despite its size, Mamaia is located on a narrow strip of land that is around 8 kilometers, 5 miles long. It offers beautiful beaches with white sand that is perfect for lounging in the sun or watching people go by. There is a water park in Mamaia, however, there aren't many activities geared toward younger children. Nonetheless, adults might find that taking a few classes at the Windsurfing Institute is enjoyable. Number 7. Pay a visit to Bran Castle, often known as Dracula's Castle. The castle is frequently associated with Bram Stoker's Count Dracula, even though Stoker never traveled to Transylvania in his life, but he does such a good job of describing the incidents in his book that you would never guess the truth. The locals in the neighboring villages are convinced that malevolent spirits, ghosts, or strigoi exist, and they were under the impression that these entities still inhabited their communities up until about 50 years ago. A strigoi is a person that appears to live a regular life during the day, but whose souls leave their bodies at night, at which time they go on the prowl for their prey and try to kill them. Queen Maria, who resided in the castle before it became a museum, amassed quite a collection of art and furniture during her time there, most of which is now on exhibit in the museum that now occupies the castle. In addition to the exhibits that are dedicated to her, as well as the room that was once occupied by her husband, King Ferdinand, the castle also features displays that are dedicated to Romanian vampire lore, Vlad the Impaler, and Bram Stoker. Number 6. Admire the charm of Pels Castle and its surroundings. The magnificent Pels Castle can be found in the picturesque village of Sinaia, which is tucked away at the base of the Busigi Mountains. It is a neo-Renaissance castle with intricate and amazing architecture, and many people consider it to be one of the most beautiful castles in Europe. This opinion is shared by a large number of people. In the year 1873, King Carol I placed the order for the construction of Pils Castle, and after it was completed, it was used by the royal family as their summer residence until the year 1947. Because the monarch spared no money, Pils became the very first castle in all of Europe to be equipped with electricity. It also had its power plant in addition to having 160 rooms that were decorated with artwork from Europe, crystal chandeliers, and stained glass windows from Germany. During the time that Romania was ruled by the Communist Party, the castle was appropriated by the state, and many of its contents were moved to the National Arts Museum in Bucharest. Number 5. Take a trip through the well-known Trans-Fagarasan Highway. The Trans-Fagarasan Highway is an absolute necessity to have on your itinerary if you are going to be touring Romania by car. This is often considered to be among the top car journeys in the entire world. In the early 1970s, a highway was constructed with the specific intention of serving as a strategic route across the Fagara Mountains if Romania was attacked by the Soviet Union. The Trans-Fagarasan Highway has a length of more than 150 kilometers, and its highest point is at an elevation of 2,042 meters. Therefore, As you can understand, the scenery is breathtaking because it was featured on an episode of Top Gear. The highway has quickly become one of the most well-known tourist destinations in all of Romania. On the other hand, it is only completely accessible from June to October because the route becomes treacherous during the winter months due to the accumulation of ice and snow. This drive is not for those who lack courage, even though the road itself is breathtaking. Number 4. Climb 1480 steps to Ponera Citadel. Because Vlad the Impaler, formerly called Ponera Citadel, also known as Ponera Castle Home, is one of the most well-known locations in all of Romania. Prince of Wallachia and an important figure in Romanian history, Vlad the Impaler is revered throughout the country as a national hero. On the other hand, he was most famous for the viciousness and severity with which he dealt out punishment to his adversaries. Ponera was considered to be one of the most impregnable fortifications in the country back in its day due to its location on top of a cliff edge that is close to the Fagras Mountains. The ascent to the summit of Ponera Citadel, which involves climbing 1480 steps, is not an easy task, but the vistas are well worth the effort. Number 3. Spend some time exploring the historic town of Rasnov. The town of Rasnov may be found in the Carpathian Mountains, which are a part of the Transylvania region. Although it is best known for its stronghold, it is believed to have been constructed during the time of the Thracians and the Romans. The Saxons constructed Rasnov Fortress on a rocky mountaintop 650 feet above the town to serve as a defense against potential attackers. Rasnov Fortress is located in Rasnov. There is a story that goes with the fort that involves 2 Turkish soldiers who were taken captive. The local populace was understandably anxious about the accessibility of potable water, so the military personnel was put to work digging a well. Number 2. Make your way over to the Liberty Bear Sanctuary. If you have a soft spot in your heart for furry friends, you won't want to miss a trip to the Liberty Bear Sanctuary in Romania. In the 1990s, it was not uncommon to see bears occupying little cages outside of restaurants. These bears were usually kept as decorations. These served the purpose of luring clients, and sadly, the practice was widespread across the entirety of Romania. On the other hand, a person by the name of Christina Lapis had the intention of putting an end to the suffering of these lovely creatures and changing the general public's perspective of them. She desired to put an end to this inhumane and illegal exploitation of the bears and to offer them a second chance at life. Number 1. Make your way around the Sea of Brasov. Brasov, which is located approximately 166 kilometers, 103 miles, from the capital city of Bucharest, is commonly referred to as the gateway into Transylvania. It is one of the most visited cities in Romania, and its attractive setting, stunning architecture, and laid-back environment are the primary reasons for its popularity. The Piața Sfacului, also known as the Council Plaza, the Biserica Negură, and Catherine's Tower are 3 of the most well-known tourist attractions in Brasov. Be sure to take some time to explore Strada Republicii, the vibrant main street that runs through the center of the city. So this is the end of this interesting video. Do you like it? Openly submit